Right, welcome back everyone. Can't believe it's been, what, how long now?
Been a few weeks, isn't it?
But it's been about 3 or 4 weeks. We've just been so busy. I've been busy decorating the house. You've been busy working as well, haven't you?
Busy, yeah. Loads
constant.
been happening. Ain't had a chance to get over here on a Saturday night. Been working on a Saturday night. I mean, you know, it's totally unheard of, really.
Yeah, it's got to stop, to be honest. But unfortunately, we've got a little bit of merchandise, but I haven't brought it in. You know, a bit of at home in the shed mugs and t-shirts.
That's right.
I'm not even flying the flag, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, we've got a sign back there, up there somewhere, but you might not be able to see it.
Little one up the top there.
But I mean, now we're back on track and that. Perhaps next time we'll have some merchandise on show.
Yeah. But I've been looking at a couple of channels on YouTube, and I'm surprised at how many people still sort of review and look at VHSs. I was quite pleased actually, weren't you? Because I thought really no one's interested in what we do, but it seems that people are interested in watching.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, let's set it off with a little review, eh?
That's right. Let's start.
What we got tonight?
Get the ball rolling.
Bit of music, bit of VHS.
Yeah, I've got a little mixed bag tonight. I've got a few bits and pieces. What's the one? This is the latest one I got, which I got at a boot sale a few weeks ago. I've not been to many this year so far, but I think that you've got this in the loft. This one, I have,
yeah.
I think, but it's a Vipco one, and it's Bloody Birthday.
Look at that.
Bloody Birthday.
Superb.
Yeah.
That's not the one. No, it's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the one where the kids are in Halloween and they go up to the house, and these old people say, "Have some cookies," and there's razor blades in them.
Oh yeah. I forget.
It's not that one, is it?
No, it's not. I don't think so. Okay. I mean, I must admit, I haven't watched this yet, but it stars an actress called Susan Strasberg, who was in a lot of cult films and that. And it's the back cover's got this kid with looks about 11 with a gun, you know. So, but I mean, I have seen it before, but I can't remember it now. But it might be that one that we're talking about. But it's I saw it at the boot sale, and I thought to myself, well, I've got to get it for 10p, whatever it was, you know.
Well worth it.
And but then I thought, I'm pretty sure you've got that upstairs. If it's not on the Vitco, it's on another format.
But I don't remember that line there, but the kids will.
The kids will.
Mum won't like it, but the kids will. I don't remember seeing that on it.
No.
Unless it's a different cover, because I've got all of it.
Yeah, well, I only got, I'm pretty sure you've got that. But I mean...
a horror film isn't an horror film without Vipco.
No, of course, yeah. I mean, every time we've got to have at least one Vipco.
Yeah, love that. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can't remember the story completely.
No.
Maybe we should do a review once we watch it.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. And it says, under the spell of a total solar eclipse, 3 women living in the same small town give birth simultaneously. The 3 children are angel-faced, the best of friends, and oh so innocent. But these little kids are the most lethal killers ever, or something. So.
Must be, mustn't they?
Yeah. Whoever's watched it before has.
It's only about 5 minutes into it.
There's a little bit of tape that they've got halfway, not even halfway through, probably 10 minutes through, and they've thought, I can't watch some more of this.
Yeah, you often see things like that, don't you? Little things.
Yeah. Right, what's the next one? Oh right, yeah, because you sent me a thing earlier, and I had to dig this out. This is the Beat. This is the English group.
Oh right, yeah.
The Beat. You sent that thing, the Mirror in the Bathroom.
Mirror in the Bathroom, classic tune.
This is a video of their sort of like, you know, their tracks and that. There's them on the back there as well. So
it's a bit of a mix-up this week, bit of a VHS and music all in one.
I just grabbed that quick because you sent me that video, and I've had that video for ages, and it's not, once again, it's not on DVD. I mean, most of their videos you can see them on YouTube, but it's good. It's all their tracks and that, you know, and it's just all the greatest hits of the Beat, basically.
Brilliant band. And, if you like reggae, I suppose it is very reggae, and ska as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when all those bands first come out back in the 80s, they were my favourite, the Beat, because they had a different sound. They had a sort of a slightly tropical sound, like a bit like High Life and African sort of stuff, you know. Yeah. But and they did Can't Get Used to Losing You, didn't they? The Andy Williams track. And but yeah, I just thought I'd drag that along tonight because after you sent me that video, and I thought, yeah,
Got the flavour again, didn't you?
Yeah. I'll have to.
Classic that.
Yeah, good stuff. Right. Now this one, this was a series in the 70s called The Night Stalker.
Let's have a look at this. I can't see it properly.
And it was it's an actor called Darren McGavin. Darren McGavin, he's like a famous actor from the 50s and that, 60s. And it was a series that was on called The Night Stalker. And he's a reporter for a newspaper in Las Vegas. And he investigates weird stories and weird things that happen, like vampires and
paranormal.
stuff. Yeah. And that's the pilot. That was the pilot film they made before. Then they went on to make the series. But I did have the DVDs once, but they was on a different format. But they played on my DVD. Mm. But it's a typical great 1970s thing, you know. And he's always tracking down vampires, but that is really good. That, I mean, there's a couple of good scenes in there as well. Like it's made about 1971, I think, or 72.
Quite creepy, or
the guy who plays the vampire, you can see him on the front a bit there. He's really like creepy looking, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty good.
He looks familiar, this guy.
Yeah, his name's Darren McGavin.
Right. What's he been in?
He was in a lot of stuff. He was in loads of them sorts of programs, like he guest star in things like Quincy and things like that. But he was in a few films in the 60s. He was in a film with Frank Sinatra called The Man with the Golden Arm.
Right, yeah, and, I remember the title, yeah.
He played the sort of the pimpy drug dealer in it, you know. Frank Sinatra was trying to get off of heroin, and he was the one who was, like, you know, feeding him the stuff. But that was a good series, that was.
I mean, it says here, first transmitted 11th of January 1972.
72, yeah. So,
and it's got here written by Richard Matheson for Jeff Rice's novel, The Night Stalker, which mixes the funky glitz of 1970s Las Vegas with classic horror to produce a winning combination. The Night Stalker was the highest rated TV movie ever transmitted, spawning another film and a classic TV series. Yeah. So that's one to watch out for. I might watch that myself. I'll have a look on YouTube.
Yeah, there must be loads of episodes on YouTube.
It's bound to be.
But yeah, it's good. It was good, you know.
Do you know what film I was thinking of the other day? What's the mafia film that's vampires?
Oh, yeah. Was that the one I was thinking about bringing that tonight? What, Innocent Blood?
Yeah. Why was I thinking of that? That's weird, isn't it?
I don't know, but I looked at it tonight. It was on the shelf.
Fantastic film.
It's got that girl on the front cover with like the fangs.
Oh, what a film that is. Because it is a proper gangster film, isn't it? Like Casino and Goodfellas.
Yeah, they're all like mafia, aren't they?
And then it flips, and you're just thinking, where's this going? And it's such a good film. Very bloody, very gory, and violent as well. But really, really cracking film.
Yeah, bring that one next time.
Definite. That's weird, that.
Yeah, I know.
You do think the same, mate.
When I was looking for today, and I saw that. And I thought, oh yeah, I have to bring that one time.
But that would have been weird if you'd have pulled it out.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, it's I know it's her. The front cover's got a picture of her with like fangs in it, and she's a French actress. She was in that film Nikita, and the mafioso guy in it. There's a couple of guys in it from Mean Streets and Goodfellas and that. But it's like, yeah, I know the one you mean.
It's the bloke in it that's in Bronx Tale who plays Sonny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is him, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that Chaz.
Yeah. I can't think of his name.
Chaz Palmy.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
No, shouldn't really.
But he was in the latest Craze film as well, wasn't he?
That's right.
Yeah. He plays a mafia boss in that when he comes over to see the brothers.
Chaz Palminteri or something.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
loved it.
Yeah, that was good. That was
quality.
Yeah. This other one is this is one I've had for ages actually. It's a typical big box, you know, cover.
Look at that.
Cover sort of like promises more than it delivers. Lust for Freedom, this is.
Look at that.
It's pretty good actually, yeah.
I could obviously see why Gary picked it off the shelves at the time.
Yeah, Lust for Freedom.
Busty blonde on the front, you know, not going to walk past that, are you?
Of course not, no. I mean, you know, it's just had to be picked up. It was it's on the Troma
films.
So the old Troma, like, you know, they've done the Toxic Avenger and the Class of Nukem High, and I just bought it because I liked the cover and that, and and there's, you know, there's nice girls in there and that, you know, it's a good laugh, you know, it's a riot basically.
This is a bit weird. Featuring D. Queen Kong Booha. What the fuck's that?
Must be a character in it. I've not watched it for ages. Could be the same character as some fat guy goes nutsoid. It's made by the same people, like.
Yeah, and that Lloyd Kaufman, he's done loads of stuff.
Yeah.
Him like a producer.
That's it. Yeah, that Lloyd Kaufman. He, I mean, Troma films. They're basically tongue in cheek. They're always a bit jokey in that, and you know the effects are bad in that. And there's always loads of naked women running around. But he did make a film in the early days, that Kaufman, and it was called Mother's Day, and it was quite a violent horror film. It was about these three girls that went camping and come across these lunatic boys in the woods and their mad mum.
Usual thing.
And it was quite bad actually. I remember watching it and thinking, "Oh, this is, you know," it was on Horror Channel one night, but it was made by the same people, like Troma Pictures.
Well, I mean, it'd be rude of me not to read out what it's about.
Well, I think you owe it to the viewers to know what it's all about, really.
Actually, you can read that one out.
Can I read it?
It's your vid.
Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, there is a town so sinister and so evil that visitors who dare cross its borders become forever lost in the swamp of its corruption. Criminals, mobsters and misfits run the town, and innocent visitors become their slaves. But all this is set to change when the beautiful and sexy, tough and fiercely independent Gillian Cates comes to town. When she's tricked into becoming a prisoner, she becomes lost to the outside world, but she doesn't lose her lust for freedom.
Lust. They love that word, don't they? Lust. And is there a lot of lust in there?
Yeah, I mean there is quite a lot of. There's quite a bit of nudity in it, if not remember correctly. But I mean, I wondered for a minute perhaps if there might have been a Sounds Familiar sticker in there, but there isn't. I think I got that in there. Pretty sure I got that in there. Yeah.
Good stuff. Love it.
Lust for Freedom. And there's an actress in there. She's called doesn't I don't think it's got her name on the front there. But there's the actress in this film is in this next one, which I'm about to produce, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
You can't go wrong with a title like that, can you? Let's face it.
Yeah, it's that girl on the front, but I can't what her name is. Her name is Michelle Bauer. Michelle Bauer.
Sure.
Yeah, and she's in that Lust for Freedom, and that's her on the front. But
I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
They charge an arm and a leg. I bet that for a title. Look at that. So
yeah.
I should imagine you pay to have sex with them.
Yeah.
And then they carve you up.
Yeah, I mean the effects in that are quite bad actually. But it's obviously it's meant to be a laugh, you know. And
but is it?
Yeah, I mean it is a comedy really.
I hope so.
Yeah. But it's funny because a mate of mine sent me a link to say that he'd seen it in HMV, and he said, "Oh, I see this film." He said, "It just come out on Blu-ray." He said, "Right up your street." And I said, "Sorry to disappoint you." I said, "But I already have it." I said, "But I got it on VHS."
Right, random video. Have you seen the name of the stars in it? That one of them just got me here.
Yeah. What's the names? I think is it Linnea Quigley?
There's one there. That's right. Yeah.
She's a scream queen.
And Dawn Wildsmith. And wait for this one. This has got to be the best name in the world.
Yeah.
Dukey Flieswater. That's got to be made up, isn't it? Surely.
Dukey Flieswater. Sounds like one of our names we'd make up, isn't it? Like Dean Blonde or something. Or
there's one here, produced by Salvatore Ricci Itchy High. That's a joke, isn't it? They've just made them up. Look.
It must be. They can't be the real names. The actors have probably said, "Look, you know, we don't want to give our real names for this because we don't really want to be associated with it after we've got our money for being in it, you know." So they probably use false names. But I like the little icon on top of it, Midnight Movies.
Yeah, it's clever. There's like a little
it's
wolf.
like a because that's what basically them films are. They're like things that people would watch in a cinema late at night when no one else is around, you know.
Brilliant that. Can't quote. American Independent presents a savage, blimey, cinema production of a Fred.
Oh yeah. the director of it, is it Fred Olen Ray?
Olen Ray, yeah.
Yeah, I think he made another one. I'm not sure if it's him or not, but I think he made that one called Frankenhooker.
Right, that's right.
Pretty sure that he was behind Frankenhooker, and he might even have been something to do with Street Trash. I don't know.
I know what you're thinking. Probably thinking these two fellas need help. Should have white coats, men in white coats arriving. I mean that. Who would buy that? Let's fuck well.
Well, I mean, I bought it for like, you know, at a boot sale, and it was about 20 pence or something, but I would have paid more for it, I think, if you know.
Yeah, I bet you would.
But I wouldn't sort of go out my way to buy it on DVD unless it was dirt cheap somewhere. If I see it on DVD for £1 or something, I'll probably get it, you know.
Well, can I have the pleasure of reading this one?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, the story itself is intriguing.
Yeah, because it is quite. I mean, there's a private detective and everything, you know.
Can't go wrong. An ancient Egyptian chainsaw worshipping cult are on the loose in LA. I mean,
yeah, I mean, only in LA.
Yeah,
like, you know?
on the loose. Where they come from?
Yeah, exactly.
Madness. Posing as hookers, they then dismember their victims with their beloved chainsaws. A private dick is employed to track down a teenage runaway who he finds working in a low-rent strip club. Learning that the cult have got her marked as a new recruit, he must infiltrate the group, witnessing their age-old ceremonies, the dance of the double chainsaws, in order to rescue her.
Yeah, I remember that dance now.
Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is widely regarded as a cult classic, delivering copious amounts of comic gore and lots of skin. I mean, that's a winner, that, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, definitely, it's definitely a winner.
No, I think you excelled yourself there, Carl,
yeah. It's one of them ones that I've often looked at and thought, shall I or shan't I?
Oh, you've gone out your
And
way
then I
there,
thought,
mate.
no, I think we'll have to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it says on the front, now available in its uncut version, but I don't know, I mean, you know.
And I keep promising, but I will do a loft one soon. You've got to see the collection.
Definitely.
You'll enjoy that.
Yeah, that's
hundreds of rare stuff up there.
I mean, I think, like I said, when we finally get up there, and there's loads, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, some of the films that you've got have never come out on DVD.
No.
And they were the sort of films that were only really, I mean, when they were probably made first, they were made as like drive-in movies in America, and then someone got them and they put them out on videos. I mean, you said yourself, didn't you? Like some of the ones your dad used to get from like the news agents and that. They used to have them for sale on the news agents.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, they used to have a little selection of videos on a turntable.
Yeah,
didn't they?
that's
But
it,
only
they
about half a dozen videos. But
Yeah,
that's
that's right.
about it, wasn't it?
And they weren't for rent; they were for sale, weren't they?
That's right.
And I mean, I think that one that you gave me, the Executioner Part 2, was
There was a part one then, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what the Part 1. I never saw
No,
Part 1, but you know. But I mean, those films, and sometimes they was in like little cardboard slipcases, you know.
That's right.
And so as I'm saying, some of them you've got that were not even never would come out on DVD.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Right.
We've
got a couple of records
I've got
tonight.
a couple of records,
Couple of albums.
Yeah, I've got a couple of records here. I got this the other day. This is the soundtrack to The Untouchables.
Okay. It's a great film,
This is the film, the gangster film, The Untouchables.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro, Kevin Costner. I've not listened to this yet, but I mean, I know the music basically from the film. There's De Niro's on the back, done up as Al Capone. This music is by a guy called Ennio Morricone, and he's done loads of stuff. You probably know him mostly for spaghetti westerns and things like that. But he's also done loads of stuff, and people who are into soundtracks, they collect his stuff because a lot of his albums are quite rare hard to find, you know.
One of the best scenes in that film, you know what I'm going to say, didn't you, with a pram?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or a pushchair where it's coming down.
You've got a little still on the back of it, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it says something about it's got. I don't know whether what track, because I would have thought perhaps it might have said on there, like, you know, the pram or something.
If I remember right, it's like a classical bit of music.
Because he is. I mean, this guy Morricone, a lot of his stuff is sort of classical sort of stuff, you know.
Brilliant film.
So that's.
And you wouldn't have thought Kevin Costner and Sean Connery would fit into this sort of film, but they did, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely.
It was a brilliant film.
Yeah, it was a good film. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Kevin Costner, but this is directed by Brian De Palma.
Yeah,
and he's made some good films. Yeah. But Kevin Costner, he's good in this. I think he's good in this film. Yeah. So that's The Untouchables. And what else we got here? I'm trying to save the best, my favourite till last. Actually, this is another one. This is another film that we like.
Oh, what a film!
It's called Something Wild.
Oh, one of my favourite films.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's this is the soundtrack, but as you can see, it's got like two different sides to it. So you've got one side there.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like an African painting or something, and then it goes like out on here. So you know.
She was great in that,
yeah,
wasn't she?
Yeah, and Melanie Griffith and Jeff Daniels, Ray Liotta's in it as well, isn't he? And it's got some good music on it as well. It's got some good,
that's brilliant.
Good tracks. And it was a great film anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's one that I got somewhere. I think I got it in Record and Tape Exchange one time.
Didn't even know this existed.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So, what a film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my favourite character in it is Ray Liotta.
Yeah, Ray Liotta's in it. He's really good in it.
He's just very. Any second you think he's going to explode.
Yeah.
And I love that. You know, but Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
What a part he plays. You know.
He's all nervous, and he like.
You almost feel sorry for him at the end. You know, you're thinking, oh,
he's all nervous, and he all the time, and that, and then he goes on. He goes on like a wild adventure with her, and she gets him into trouble. They do a runner from a restaurant. She robs somewhere, I think. And then Ray Liotta's like, I think it must have been one of Ray Liotta's first films, because this was made in 1986.
And he plays her ex-boyfriend, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's right.
Because she comes back to the town, doesn't she, where she grew up, sort of thing. And I think Ray Liotta, it might be one of his first ones.
Film, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is Repo Man. This is another soundtrack for a cult film from LA, signed Emilio Estevez and Harry Dean Stanton. This was the first film to be directed by Alex Cox, the director, who used to do Movie Drone on BBC Two and all that.
That's right, I remember that.
So this is, I mean, Repo Man was a good film actually. It is a good film, but the soundtrack is mostly all like punky sorts of tracks, you know. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's a good one.
Good cover.
Yeah, it's.
Can't beat the old.
On the back, so like all like sort of like slides and stuff.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, and the last one tonight is one of my all-time favourites. A friend of mine gave me this record, and it's one of my favourites. It's the soundtrack to Beyond the Valley of the Dolls.
Rush Meyer?
Yeah. It's,
look at that.
And it's a great. If I take it out of the plastic sleeve, it's a great soundtrack.
Is that quite rare, girl?
It is rare, yeah. It is quite hard to find, especially in this condition. I mean, my mate, he bought this when it came out, and he never really played it much. And he gave it to me because he knew I wanted it, so he said you can have it. And he said, but if you sell it, he said, I want half.
What's that worth now, then, do you reckon?
Well, I mean, I think this album itself is worth about £30.
Yeah, that was not too bad.
So it's, I mean, it could be worth more. I don't know, but because it's in such good condition. But the film is, it's funny because I was going to bring round what's name tonight, the soundtrack for the Great Rock and Roll Swindle, the Sex Pistols film,
Sex Pistols, yeah,
which was directed by Julian Temple. But before Julian Temple was on board, Russ Meyer was going to direct it. He was going to direct the Sex Pistols film.
I didn't know that.
Because he's obviously made all these like exploitation films over the years, all these like big busted females and that, like Super Vixens and he's made loads, and absolutely loads of films. But that was the first film he, I don't think it was the first film he made, but it was like probably the one he's known for the most.
Look at that.
And
perfect condition.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's a nice album. It's got psychedelic music on it by the Strawberry Alarm Clock.
Oh well. You're laughing then if you hear Strawberry Alarm Clock, right?
Yeah. So
I think that draws the reviews to an end, doesn't it?
It does tonight. Yeah. It's unfortunately we haven't got anything else in the bag.
Are you over next week?
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, if not, I mean.
Yeah. If you're not working.
The week after. This will be the last time you see inside this shed because I'm building a new one.
Yeah.
Up the end of the garden, and it's going to be a bit more shed-like, but I'm also going to have a little retro corner.
That's it. Yeah, it's going to be
a couple of videos on it and stuff like that. So it'll all be insulated.
So you're gonna have like a backdrop with like some of these film posters,
some of the film
and
posters,
some videos,
yeah,
and that.
Yeah, you know, just one side, and the rest, obviously, what the shed's for DIY.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And if you've watched any of the 3D printing videos, I'm going to be doing a few more. We've got another 3D printer, so I'm going to be doing some big prints, some 24-hour prints, and obviously I need a decent shed to do it in. This one's okay, but it's getting on a bit now, and although the inside's alright, the outside's starting to fade a bit, and the last thing we want is halfway through filming the roof to collapse on us.
Well, that's right, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so not sure about if we do next week, then obviously hello again from the same shed. If not, it'll be in the new shed, hopefully. So thanks for joining us again, and we'll see you in a week or so's time.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Cheers.
Ta-ra.